Hey guys, so today I thought I would repot some of my Anthurium. These guys are in desperate need of it. This is from a local nursery that I love, EFG, and they're in DeLand, Florida. Yeah, as you can see, it desperately needs a repot. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. The clear pots come in so handy. I grabbed these on Amazon, but it keeps me in check for sure because I would have no idea that was going on if this was not a clear pot. So I think I'm gonna start with this one first. And this is a cross, Titanurvium is what they call this one. And it's a cross of a Titan and a Clarinervium. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, the leaves are just very hardy. I love how these are overlapping. So I spent a lot of time picking out which one I wanted. All Anthurium, even from the same batch, can look so different. So I was loving this little overlapping. Whenever I got this though, the leaves were like this size. So these were I think this is the leaf that sold me. Right here, as you can see, it's sized up quite a bit I think I've had this since October. Yeah, so about 5 months. And it's going to be its third repot already. This guy is definitely a grower. Let's see. Oh my God, this is not gonna come out. Oh man. Okay, stand by. There we go. So probably that pot will be used next or one of these others. So I think I'm just gonna leave it alone and I'm just gonna plop it in there and then backfill. I think this is too big. I'm gonna go for it. I think I'll be fine. Hopefully. Okay, just have my DIY mix. I have to make sure it's pretty chunky for these plants. This is some Fox Farm Happy Frog and just whatever else. Orchid bark and activated charcoal and perlite. So far, I've been happy with this little mixture I have going. I used to make my own with like a block of cocoa coir. It just got to be a little tedious, so I decided just to buy a bag of the Happy Frog and cut down on some of the work. So I think that should be good. Yeah, definitely whenever you see the roots starting to coil and grow back up out of the top, definitely will be happy to have a repot in my experience. And I found too, they'll stop giving you new leaves or the new leaf will come out smaller and you'll just definitely know it's time for a repot whenever those things start to happen. I seem to have a lot more luck with the hybrids. I've heard that they are less finicky than the pures, and I don't really have any plans to be making my own hybrids anytime soon. I'm just kind of messing around with the hybrids. I did save some of this Rad Lux. I did save some of the pollen from that. Put it in my freezer. I have no idea what I'm doing. No clue. Don't even know. I was told it was like last 6 months in there, so that is all new territory to me, but I'm kind of excited to mess around with that. At some point, if I have another inflow on another Anthurium, I didn't really like science that much in school. And now I'm finding that whenever I'm not being graded, I actually really do like science. I'm having fun just, experimenting, like I said, and see what happens down the road. I like collecting hybrids from people I follow, like these guys, Fairwood Botanicals. They're in Lake Helen, Florida, and they sell on Palm Street, which is so addictive. If you're not on there, oh my gosh, probably better. I have a really good time on there buying plants from them. And so I'd like to get one of their hybrids someday. So yeah, it's just fun to collect from people that you meet along the way. And see. So I think that's good for now. So yeah, I think that's good. And again, these clear pots, I just get them off Amazon and these come with a saucer that matches. So that's nice. And like I said, it keeps me in check for sure because I'm an overwaterer. So let me see. So now this guy, speaking of, Bare Root Botanicals. Got this from them. This is a Forgetii papillilaminum, and oh, I'm so obsessed. So this is the newest leaf here. Oh my gosh, I don't know where you can see it, but oh, I love it so much. So I'm thinking this guy can now go in the pot that I just took that one out of. So, but yeah, definitely give them a follow on Instagram, and if you're on Palm Street, I'm sure you already know about them if you're on Palm Street because they're amazing. They're so sweet. And again, I just don't like to mess around with the roots. I just want to leave them alone. Let them do their own thing. And they look really happy, and yeah, I just, knock on wood, but I'm really enjoying how hardy Anthurium are. Just been really fun. The first plants I got into, I would say, were just like I would go to Lowe's and I just kind of grabbed whatever looked interesting and Googled it later. And now along the way, I fell in love with Hoya because of Jacqueline's Jungle. She got me hooked on Hoya, and then Anthurium. I'd say like that's probably what most of my collection is Hoya and Anthurium right now. Philodendron do not like me. I've just about given up on them. I have a tortum, and I think I have something outside, but that's about it. They do not like me. Oh, alocasia too. I have a lot of alocasia. But those only like me if they're in pon. And even if they're in pon, I've had some freak out still. So alocasia are hit or miss for me, but I think they're a very fun, rewarding plant if they're happy. So I'm just gonna plop that in. And so yeah, I mean, whenever you're trying to upsize Anthurium, like this is just really easy, quick little switch over, and they seem really happy. And too, another way that you know it's possibly time to take a look at the roots and size up is if the newest leaf is smaller than the last leaf. I've learned that along the way too. Seems to be accurate way to gauge something's going on. So, but like I said, I'm definitely no expert whatsoever. I just thought I'd get on here and, just share what I do and share what I like, and because I like watching these kind of videos, so I thought maybe I'd like making them too. So, who are some of your favorite people to follow on YouTube? Definitely, I follow Jacqueline's Jungle. I like Unplanned Parenthood. I love whenever she and Alice get together. I just find their humor really funny. Oh, Plants by Melissa, of course. And Wild Fern, oh my gosh, yeah. Those are my top people for sure. So, yep. Some of this chunkier part mixed in. And, oh my gosh, I love this plant so much. And I grew this one from pretty small too. So I found that that it's definitely, for me, easier to grow them from a seedling in your environment, and they just acclimate so much better. You can, of course, get the bigger size and they'll be fine eventually, but usually they kind of freak out a little bit and their leaves don't look too pretty. But the seedlings, they seem to acclimate pretty well. I like to grow my seedlings in like the little IKEA Ackerbar cabinets. They seem pretty happy with that. Then I just move them out of there, and the ambient humidity in the house seemed to be fine. Although I've heard horror stories about the Vermiculite queen, that she is difficult, to say the least. So she's been living in there the whole time, and she's a little tiny thing, but she seems very happy, and she will probably never live anywhere else but in a dome of some sort. So this one's done. It's like I said, this is a Forgetii papillilaminum. And I'll stick that there. And then this is just a BRB day today because I got this from them not that long ago, and I haven't looked at the roots, so not that I'm worried about it at all. This is a Nigrolaminum GG with a PAP GY. So I just, like I said, I like to get them in clear pots, so I'm not gonna really do much of anything, but just get this mixed over. Yeah, so has some roots. Yeah, it's definitely new growth there for sure. Yeah, new growth. So yeah, looks happy. But I love the long daggery leaves. Ugh, it's so pretty. So let's see. Do you like the long and daggery, or do you like heart-shaped leaves? You have to let me know. I like both. Depends on my mood. Okay, so I think, yeah, I'm just gonna stick this in this size for now. I'm just gonna use what they have here. This looks like good stuff. Maybe I'll just put a little tiny bit of something else in there, but I think this is good. So, just use my hands. So, yeah, I think, out there. Is that good? Gosh, it's almost not tall enough. So another thing too, I think Anthurium really enjoy is a tall pot because they do like to grow downward for sure, which I don't know, maybe all plants like to grow downward. Maybe I'm just saying silly stuff now. Let's see. If you're watching this, you probably really like Anthurium, or you're trying to learn about Anthurium, which yikes if you're here for that. Try my best. Back in the day, I used to watch Plants Arena, and I really miss her a lot. Did anybody watch her? I think all of her stuff is down now, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So I think that's gonna do it for this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.